Cost Accounting, Chapter 12. Chapter 12, we talk about the product life cycle, and we're going to discuss target costing, theory of constraints, life cycle costing, and strategic pricing. So all of these things look at the entire product life cycle. So everything from research and development to after production and things are being sold on the marketplace. The cost life cycle is the entire sequence of events along the value chain. So research and development, design, manufacturing, production, or the providing of services, marketing and distribution, and then customer service. It's the life cycle of a product or service from the viewpoint of the costs incurred. Those costs are divided into downstream and upstream activities. So upstream activities are research and development and design. So these are the activities that happen before production even starts. The downstream activities are after production is complete and we're selling and distributing and providing customer service for a product. Design decisions and research and development account for a lot of total life cycle cost. So sometimes those research and development and design costs are much, much larger than any other costs that are part of the product. And so as a business, we want to look at full life cycle costs so that we're making sure that those research and development and design costs are being accounted for, and we're hopefully recovering those costs as part of our marketing and distribution when we're selling the product. Our sales life cycle is the amount of time that we're selling the product. So this is our marketing life cycle. When we're introducing the product or service to the market, we first see a growth in sales, and then that product becomes mature. After the point of maturity, sales can begin to decline, and we might reach the point of declining sales that we decide to withdraw that product from the market, or that product becomes obsolete and we withdraw it from the market because we're replacing it with an updated product. So the sales life cycle is the portion of the life cycle from the viewpoint of our sales volume. Here's a graph representation of that sales life cycle. The introduction, where we're really heavy into marketing, looking for our outlets for distribution and sales. And then as we're growing those sales because people are becoming more familiar with our product, then maturity and decline to removal from the market. Some products have an accelerated life cycle. Potential products are things like cell phones, where we introduce, they have a high growth, and then they quickly hit a maturity because we're continuously putting new products out on the market. New competitors are coming in, new technology is being developed. And so the decline and withdrawal from market is much quicker than any other standard products that we would have available for sale. Target costing. Target costing is a method where we determine what the target cost is. So this is what the market price, what customers are willing to pay for this product. Then we look at our targeted profit margin. So how much do we want to make from the sale of this product? We take the market price, what the customer is willing to pay, minus the targeted profit margin, how much we're hoping to make from sales, and that gives us a target cost. We then want to make sure that our production of that product falls below that cost amount. So target costing is what happens when the market decides the price instead of us just being able to put a markup on a product and name any price we want, which is cost plus pricing. So target costing, we have two options for reducing costs. One is by looking at cost management techniques, such as activity-based costing. So looking at how we're currently costing our product, and if we change from one overhead allocation rate to another overhead allocation rate, such as moving from a single volume-based rate to activity-based rates, we can actually change the overall cost of the product. So that's one way of doing it, is looking at overhead cost allocation. Another way of doing it is by redesigning the product or service so that we can reduce either the materials or the labor costs associated with that project in order to reduce the cost. When we're looking at implementing target costing, the first thing we need to know is what is the market price? What is the price that customers are willing to pay for this product? Then, what is our desired profit? What is our profit margin per unit? What is our proposed markup? Then we calculate the target cost, which is our market price minus our desired profit. We use value engineering to reduce the cost of that product, and Kaizen costing and operational control. So we look at continuous improvement measures, which is what Kaizen is, continuous improvement, and any, like I said, operational control, costing systems, or value engineering, which is looking at the way the product is actually made. So one of those ways is to analyze the trade-offs between product function and total product cost. We might do a market analysis during the design stage to decide what is it that customers are willing to pay for versus what features they don't really care about and can be removed in order to save money. Sometimes this is even just, do we offer only one color or do we offer multiple colors? Because that's one of the things that can have additional costs. Maybe instead of having a low cost and a premium, we just look at the low cost version, etc. So if we can add and remove features easily, then that functional analysis, looking at the performance and cost of each function or feature of the product, can be used. So one, we would look at benchmarking. Benchmarking, remember, is comparison of our product with other firms or ourselves with other firms. So which features give us a competitive advantage over another competing product? Okay. Which ones would we want to keep because of that competitive advantage? Our goal would be to provide our desired level of performance without exceeding the target cost. So how can we have a competitive product without exceeding what our target cost goal is? But also do design analysis. So design analysis usually occurs when we can't just add and delete features easily. So we have to make hard choices about which features get removed in order to save costs. So the design team would give us a different scenario analysis of what different levels of performance and cost we could have with a new redesign of this product. And then we would work with the design team to choose the design that best meets customer preferences while not exceeding our target cost. Other cost reduction methods that we have are looking at cost tables. So computer-based databases, looking at costs and cost drivers. So when we manufacture parts of different size and design, we can estimate the difference in cost and material usage for increasing or decreasing size. So what if just the size is the difference between the different elements? Or even like I said, what if a color is a difference? If we make a black one or a silver one or a rose gold one, what are the cost differences between the different colors we can look at? I have a database that gives us that information. And then group technologies. So we would have a method of identifying similarities in the parts of a product we manufacture so that the same parts can be used in two or more products, and thereby we could reduce cost. So what direct materials are we purchasing for other products, and how can we redesign so that they're using the same material? Because often there is a discount for buying more of the same material from a supplier. So how can we utilize supplier relationships in order to reduce cost? Another value engineering concept is concurrent engineering. So this is simultaneously engineering. Then we're looking at the engineering and design processes together using cross-functional teams. So this is where we put together a team of designers, engineers, cost accountants, marketers, and then we use that chain's knowledge to look at the entire value chain to make sure that we're improving product design that one, product design that can be produced. So sometimes we produce a design and then it goes to the engineers and the engineers are like, yeah, that can't happen that way. It needs to go this way. So then the engineers send their notes back to design and design redoes it, etc. So this concurrent engineering plan with a cross-functional team, by having different team members all talking together throughout each phase of the value chain, we can give that feedback about design, production, cost, customer desires, all at the same time. So that's just built into the product design naturally.